Yo, what's up? So today I'm gonna I only have till like 1 or 2 o'clock in the shop today, and I am by myself on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Rowdy's only here Monday, Wednesday, Friday right now. But today my boys have a football game tonight out in a little over an hour away. So I'll only be in the shop till 1:32-ish. But we're going to try and just crank out as much as we can. I want to we'll get this stuff out of clamps, get a couple more doors glued up. I want to get that cherry desk top glued up. And yeah, I'd like to mill up some jamb material as well for some of these doors. They're not all pre-hungs. Some of them are like barn style doors. Some of them are bypass closet doors. There's one pocket door. But some of them are pre-hungs. So I want to get those, I want to start milling up jamb material for that. And then since we're doing these daily videos, I figure every day we'll try and do like some, just a couple minutes, like thought of the day. You know, hopefully this could be motivating to somebody. Right now I'm trying to change up my morning routine. Typically, or this year really, I get up, I kind of get out the door, get to the shop. I'll usually sit at the bench on my laptop, do any emails real quick if I need to, or do a social media post or something, and then get to work. And then what usually happens is I start working, and then there's an email or something that I forgot, or something comes up, and then I'm back on the computer doing something, and it kind of takes my focus away from things I need to do in the shop. So what I'm doing now, I literally just started this yesterday, but I'm getting up earlier, getting up at 5. I take my dogs up to the woods to go run and, get some exercise. And then coming back home and sitting at my computer at my house, doing some emails, doing that kind of stuff there, and posting any social media posts or something like that I want to do, and then getting ready and coming to the shop. That way when I get here, that stuff is behind me and I can focus on what I need to do here. Because believe it or not, I do get easily distracted, especially when I have like these big projects. Like this one actually has been pretty enjoyable. But like last year with some of these big projects, I'm working on one thing, and then I have so many other things to do that I'm not even focusing on the thing I'm doing because I'm thinking about all the other stuff I got to do. And it just is not good. It's not a good way to kind of go throughout your day. So the night before, I'm kind of taking notes in my phone or setting reminders and trying to set myself up for success the next day, and have a list of things that I need to do, like in the morning, from anything that came up from the day before. So if get emails from clients during the day today, I'll either, if it's pressing and I need to respond right away, I will. But if I don't, I will set that aside and I'll do it later tonight or first thing tomorrow morning, and I'll put a reminder on my phone or something so that I can get that done. So that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to be better, trying to have a better morning routine and just make my day go smoother. And also with this month, doing this every day, filming and editing a video every day is time consuming, and I have to make sure I leave time to edit the video when I get home. So there's that as well, which the videos like yesterday's was about 9 minutes or around there. So they'll be about that length. Some maybe more in depth, some maybe or longer and more detailed. Some days maybe not. That's about the length of the videos that you're gonna get. And then since I'm not gonna do, like, I started that cherry desk yesterday. So originally that was planned to be like a build video, like on its own. And so I am going to make a build video out of that and out of other things that we have coming up for this month. I'm setting that footage aside, and I will compile all that stuff at some point and make a build video for the cherry desk. so it's all in one place. But the rest of it is just, yeah, gonna be like it was yesterday. I know that the these doors, like running the dados on the saw and gluing veneers and gluing up doors, we've kind of already seen that in the other videos, but that's what we're doing. And we do have to put all these doors, they're like the barn style door with like the Z bar going across. So we have to attach all those. I'm going to show you how we do that. And then, like I said before, I have a bunch of these are pre-hung doors, so we have to hinge them and swing them and, the whole thing. So we're going to get into all that. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be routing hinges and jambs and doors. All right, so I promise the intros to all my videos I won't ramble so much, but I wanted to talk about those few things. Anyways, so I'm going to start with gluing up this cherry desktop. I want to make sure my saw blade is nice and square. You always want it to be nice and square, but I really want to make sure it's at 90 degrees for when I glue these up. I do double rip these because I don't want the jointed edge for my glue line. I'd rather have the saw cut. So I get nice cuts on all the boards. This one I had to take off a nice chunk because you can see the edge of that board was kind of beat up. I was able to get some really nice pieces of cherry though, so I am pretty stoked about this desktop. It's going to be pretty sick. Cherry is definitely one of my favorite woods to work with. It machines really well, and it's beautiful, and not a lot of people use it anymore. I feel like cherry used to be really popular. Not seeing it so much lately, but just throwing some biscuits in here for just to help line everything up. These boards are really nice and flat. I do have for the back, there's that narrower piece that is the back of the desktop, and you're not really going to see it all that much. There's going to be computer and everything on it, but otherwise I wouldn't want just kind of a random small piece back there. But the rest of that board I'm going to use for something else. So, and all these boards are pretty similar in color and grain and everything, so it'll all kind of blend together nicely. Biscuits and everything. More glue in the rest of the biscuit slots. And then I figured I might as well use this roller since I have them. These things work really good and spreads a really good even layer of glue. Might as well use it. Now gluing this up, I really just want to make sure it's nice and flat because I pre-sanded all my pieces, so I want to make sure my joints are all really good because I'm not going to put this through the drum sander afterwards. I could because it's like 31 inches and the drum sander is 37, but this thing is super heavy, and maneuvering it around and trying to get it through the sander, I figured just pre-sand the pieces and then it still needs to be sanded anyway. So my joints came out really good on it. And now I'm just gonna glue up a door, or get ready to glue up a door. Cut the dominoes and everything. I was able to manage and get that cherry desktop on the floor by myself. That thing is very heavy. And then I'm picking through this pile for jamb material for the doors. We've got seven doors. 7 doors that are pre-hung. And so I'm flattening one side. Now, my material for the jambs, I really want to be nice and flat and straight. So I am flattening one side, and then I'm going to resaw it and have the resawn side as my face. So that will be the side on the inside. This is going to help me have a nice, consistent 3/4 straight flat jamb and still have some rough sawn-ness to it, because like I said, for my jambs I really want them to be consistent and straight, and trying to get it out of the material that we have is very difficult, because nothing is flat and straight, and the thicknesses of all the boards vary. And so I did this, and then I resaw everything right to 3/4. I did that resaw trick where I put the saw kerf in it, and then I make sure I set up the blade so that it's just touching where I already cut it with the table saw, so that it does leave the bandsaw marks. And you can see there, that's what the face will look like. Has enough texture to it to look rough, kind of like everything else. And then I'm taking this thing out of clamps, and seriously, that thing is incredibly heavy. Get another door glued up, and by myself you really got to work fast with this, because just using yellow glue, we all know it sets up pretty quick, especially here. It's very, very dry. And these are the smaller doors. We have a bunch of 8-foot doors, and then these ones are 86, I believe. And then to clean the glue on that joint, because we don't want to leave any glue, hit it with a wet rag, and then I'm using a wire brush, because obviously this stuff is rough sawn, and this is helping me get all that glue out of the joint and just out of the wood grain. So when they go to put finish on this, all that glue doesn't pop up, because we cannot sand this stuff smooth. So, because we're trying to keep that rough sawn texture to it. So then I was bringing the Cherry desktop over to the bench to get some sanding done on this. I sand the backside first before I chop this thing down and cut a miter on it, which we will get to tomorrow, so that'll be fun. We'll cut the miter on it and domino this thing together, do some sanding on the bottom. I hit it with 120 first, and then I just keep moving up in the grits. And then I'm leaving it for the night. I put some sticks under it just so that air can get all around this thing. I don't want it twisting or anything like that, or cupping. And then I had to get out of here for the day. So before I do that, Wednesday is dumpster pickup. So I always want to make sure I get that dumpster loaded with all the trash that I have before they pick it up. And that dumpster, I'm actually getting a new one. It should be here this week. That's only a 1.5 yard. I'm getting a 3 yard because we are always just filling that thing to the brim and not able to fit everything we have some weeks. So getting a larger dumpster delivered. And that's it. I'm off to my kids' football game tomorrow. Rowdy will be back. Be a little bit more of an exciting day. Hope you guys like these videos. It is, it's fun. It's going to be a fun month. I have some exciting projects starting next week that's going to be really cool, and I'm really excited to film. So that's it, guys. See you tomorrow. Peace.